4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
There's a threat in the world today. A threat to our way of living, a threat to our society, and maybe even a threat to our very existence. And what is this threat?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
And we are Black and White Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
How am I not pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me. Because you're retired?
I mean, I want to see your face when you're asking this question and the way you're going to ask it. Look a man in the eye before you try to kill him or make up something.
He went through my soul.
And I'm not surprised.
What is going on? BWSPORTS1 World, live from the dual layers. It's Wednesday night. Powered by First Financial Bank, 317-417-8582. Call John Buzzard today for any and all of your banking accessories. Essentials, I meant. Sorry. 317-417-8582. And our Rockstar Realtor himself, Mr. Shawn Nugent, buying or selling a home. Talk to Shawn at Talk to Tucker today. 317-503-8322. That's 317-503-8322. Damon, what is going on?
Trying to get my banking accessories.
Oh, yeah. I'm in essentials that time. Damn it. Last night I was messing it up a little bit. Tonight I just slightly messed it up, okay? Last night I butchered the hell out of it.
Yes, you did.
Well, you know. While Damon is still
doing nothing.
The twittering. Oh, I thought you were twittering.
No, I wasn't twittering. I was jacking around with the comments on YouTube and Facebooker.
I gotcha. So,
I have new cookies.
I'm not putting the blankets down. The blankets are like an essential thing behind the ass now. You don't see that comment.
No, I don't. I'm like,
that came through the phone. That came through the phone.
Not move the blankets, bud. You're lying.
Can't do that right now. Hey, you know, there was some a couple quick things. Unless, you know, hold on. Nope. I'm going to let you start off because I don't want to get into it because I don't want to go off the script and get yelled at.
What are we going off the script on?
I don't know if you added the two saddened news that we heard today for Tuesday.
I didn't add it, but I figured we would still chat about it.
Okay. All right. Well,
I thought I put one on there. I thought
you may have. You probably did, but I haven't got back to the notes yet.
Oh, well, the one that you have down here that only me and you can see. Yeah. I thought that was the one that I added.
Okay.
The other one that I posted, I just figured we chat about it.
Okay. Well, without further ado, you know, it's a sad day.
Oh, my bad.
I do. You know, sad day in the sports world for hearing a legend on the gridiron. Mr. Gale Sayers has passed away. I believe he's 77 years old. 77 years old. You know, we got a little highlight reel to kind of show you a little bit as we're talking about the late great Gale Sayers. Damon, I can't remember exactly. Well, you were probably.
Bro, let's not even go there because I didn't watch him either.
Okay. All right. So neither one of us got a chance to have the opportunity to see him in action really on the field other than highlights.
Right. That is correct. But the numbers speak regardless. You know what I mean? If we watch them or not, you can tell by highlights. You can tell by the numbers. You can tell by the effect of the game that a person had, how great they were, especially for that organization. I mean, for running backs, it's Gale Sayers and Walter Peyton, or it's Walter Peyton and Gale Sayers for the Chicago Bears. So it's a great loss for the community of Chicago, and it's a great loss for the United States and football lovers across the globe.
That was. You know where I heard the name Gale Sayers? Very first time I ever heard the name Gale Sayers was from the movie. No, from the movie Brian Song.
Ah.
That was the first time because my dad loved that movie. I remember watching that as a kid. I'm like, the first time I saw it, I'm like, well, it was kind of boring because I really wasn't paying attention. When I actually sat down and watched it, even at a young age, it was like, oh, okay. Wow. He's like, in my childhood, it's like watching Barry Sanders before Barry Sanders. Because like I said, when I was young, growing up, Barry Sanders reminded me after I watched Gale Sayers highlights, it's like, wow, okay, you're a second, quote unquote, second coming of Gale Sayers.
Hey, the comparison is great. I mean, the very shiftiness of the smaller backs, lower center of gravity, being able to hide and maneuver and spin around amongst the trees and get lost and then spurt out with a lot of speed. Yeah, so I can see the comparisons of both. You know what I mean? Once they get out in the open field, you couldn't catch neither one. So great. He was a video game movie before video games existed. Agreed.
Yeah, that's a great thing right there. Now, like I said, can't pass up the opportunity to say goodbye in our own way to, Gale Sayers and his family. Condolences go out to you. We appreciate what you were able to give us to witness on the football field for, I think it was 6 or 7 years. But that was a hell of a 6-7 year career.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. I ain't gonna lie and say it was 6. Can't tell you it was 12. I have no idea because I was
have you ever seen Brian's song?
No, I have not.
Oh man, you gotta go. You got to.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's a good movie.
Okay, I believe you.
I mean, after your 30-second episode of Thundercats tomorrow, go ahead and watch Brian's song.
Sir, there are not 30 seconds. There are 23 minutes because you have to add in the commercial time for TV time.
30 segments, not 30 seconds.
30 segments. Well, you see 3 seasons? Well, I'm watching them all. I've started over at the beginning. Like this was 1985, bro. And I'm watching the Thundercats from 1985. I am on season 1, episode 6.
Wow. Okay, dear.
Yeah. It's too early to flip you off, so I'll give you the ring fingers.
Oh, that don't mean shit to me. Go ahead, run with it. Come on, run with it.
7 years. We were just fact checked.
That's I said 6 or 7.
You did. On it. I believe it. All right. So before we get into some real stuff, that sounded so bad. So before we get into some current events, how was that?
Okay.
Run down our shows and our homie shows throughout the week. We always kick it off bright and early. So what day do you start the week? Sunday or Monday?
Myself, I start the week on Mondays. So I can end the week on a relaxing 7th day. What do you consider the start of the week?
Whichever, I don't know. Whichever week the government tells me.
All right.
Whichever day the government tells me.
I am sure as hell not the government, but I'm actually the government right now. We're going to start our week off on Mondays at 7:30. You bet your ass we are. With Bet Your Ass with Rafael Esparza and myself going over all the odds, the prop bets, the fun stuff that you bettors like to throw your money down. We had a good show this past Monday. Stay tuned. It's only going to get better. Uh-oh.
I just want to say that was the perfect, unrehearsed, ad-lib segue we've ever done. Time in.
I'm back. Tuesdays, 7 o'clock. Check out Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast Redraft, 7 o'clock p.m. That is on the BW Sports 1 Network. Following them on Tuesdays, it's 7:30 for Taco Tuesday. That's right, folks. We're in NFL talk right now through the season. I mean, we do start it in January, Sean. I hope you go off the world. I know you probably start your year in November because that's when your birthday is. But Wednesdays is obviously right here. It's I like to call it the Sports Center of BW Sports 1, but it's called Wednesday Night Live, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thursday nights is Couch Talk with some basketball hardwood talk going on through the rest of the season. Saturdays at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, it's Super Kicking It with Steven. That's right, our own Stone Cold Steven.
That was the lockup.
I seen that. They locked up in the middle. I got you.
Yeah.
And see, I was right. Sean starts his year in November, probably November 3rd, not even the 1st. Just throwing it out there. And we end the week on the brightest note of all, and that's with our brothers, the Stash and the Beard, over at Checkers and Wreckers, live at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for everything that drives fast, shifts hard, and keeps the rubber on the road.
I think it should be the Beard and the Stash. It flows better. It's alphabetical order. The Beard and the Stash.
Roads, Rudes, Roads.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I think it flows better that way. No disrespect to the Stash.
I get you.
I mean, it's almost Gordon Haywood, Minshew worthy, but you know what I mean, the Stash. But that Beard is just so fluffy.
It's the Beard and the Stash. I miss my butt, man.
I would love to have an action figure.
We need to do that. We need to make the BW Sports 1 crew action figures.
That would be great. All we need is a $5,000 3D printer.
Hey, you know what? That's not a bad idea. David just had an idea, folks.
All right. We'll give you free advertisement for 10 years if you get the BW Sports 1 crew a 3D printer.
Yeah, sure. Why not? And
all right.
Bottom line, because the ass said so, folks. Now, after he's done gulping that sip of what are we drinking? A little
1792 tonight. 1792.
He's back to the future, folks. What do you got on the docket tonight, Damon? What do we have? We have a lot to talk about.
All right, so let's get on into the hell are we getting into? Let me skip this shit. Not bro. Well, we're bathroom scrolling. Do you want to give away? Do you want to give our code now since we're longing bathroom talk and kind of hiding broscussion for lack of knowledge of anything baseball? But we have baseball on the docket.
We do a little bit. So, if you get with our main man, Tony, or we call him Tony. He goes by Anthony or Tony. Anthony Peyton over at UltraSound Installations. Give him the promo code for the week, and you will get, what is it, Damon? 20%?
20% discount on any service.
Any service, like car audio,
any service.
Anything that he does a great job with. And tonight, UltraSound Installation 317-445-9566. The promo code this week is Damon.
Yes.
What is the
promo code? The promo code is Damon and Dan sent me.
Ooh.
Damon and Dan sent me.
Now I'm going to go off on a whim, and if you like to say Dan and Damon sent you, I think that might work. But that's okay.
No, it won't work because he texted me in order. David and Dan said, you know what?
Well, then I am not going off of it. I'm going to say he's going to text him right now. Is Dan and Damon sent me an okay thing? Just remember the two names, and we sent you. 317-445-9566. We believe you, man. We believe you. Okay. Okay. Tonight's promo is Damon and Dan sent me. Call Anthony at 317-445-9566. Get 20% off of any and all car audio installation services by UltraSound Installations. Boom.
Make sure you go over and check out the page, man. There's absolutely great video and footage of some of his work that he's done. And man, this stuff is great. I'm telling you, if I was in my middle 20s, I'm definitely getting with them extras, but I'm in my 40s, so I just need a little bit of bag in the trunk and I'm good. But make sure you check out our guy, man. He does great work, man, and it's either it's done right or he'll make sure it's done right. Yep. Check him out. All right, let's get into it, pimp.
Let's roll.
All right, first up, let's go ahead and get this out the way in a non-negative type of kind of tone. First off, we want to say our our second rest in heaven, rest in peace, rest at the gates.
No, you can go. You can go.
Rest at the gates to one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, but definitely part of my favorite tag team of all time. We lost Road Warrior Animal, or if some of you who are even older than the WWE/F Road Warriors, to go all the way back to the NWA, the Legion of Doom. If you want to go all the way back to that Hawking Animal, we lost Road Warrior Animal today. I think he was 60? Yeah, we lost him today. They didn't release any causes of death, but given the profession and given that time frame, I'm probably sure it's some type of side effect to later on in life side effect to performance enhancements. But I won't speculate. Well, I am speculating, but I won't say that's the reason. They haven't given any reason as far as I can tell. But yes, I did. Said NWA, the National Wrestling Alliance.
Association. Oh, Alliance. That's right. And there's a picture right there of him and his son, James Laurinaitis, who you know very well for playing against at Ohio State and Michigan games.
Yeah, I was not happy that he allowed that to happen.
No. Again, condolences from BW Sports 1 out to the Laurinaitis family and friends. He's definitely going to be missed because Legion of Doom was my favorite.
That was it for me, bro.
That was my favorite tag team growing up when I was young, watching them, and him Hawk and Animal. That was just they were awesome together, and our condolences go out to the family.
Yeah, now both members are gone. Hawk passed through a heart attack a couple years ago. So now we don't have either one of the Legion of Doom or the Road Warriors, however you want to call them. You know what I mean? So Godspeed.
What a rush. Was that good? I kind of felt that was somewhat good.
I'm going to let Sean answer that.
It was semi-good.
I'll let Sean answer that.
That's scary.
Right, that is. All right, so let's get into it. First up, this week's game.
You've heard me
rap. First
you're
up,
talking about Hawk. I got you now.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to throw you off.
Like twice in the same sentence. This week's NCAA game, Notre Dame and Wake Forest, has been postponed due to multiple I had a number up here. The numbers changed 3 times, so I'm just going to say multiple players testing positive.
7.
Yes. Testing positive for COVID.
How many drinks have you had prior to the show?
That's the first one. That is the first one.
Maybe you need to up it to 2 before the show.
No, because like I said I had changed the number because it's changed a couple times. So I didn't even say the number. I just went to multiple players.
I see.
And then when you go back at the number.
Yeah, the last number I heard was 7.
So positive test for coronavirus. And it's concerning, one, because you're postponing the game. That is scheduled to be replayed December 12th. Will still be played before the December 20th
conference finals or conference.
Not the conference final, not the conference championships.
Oh,
the December 20th playoff selection.
I gotcha. See, originally I heard that they were talking about October 3rd since that date was open for both teams, but I'm sure it has something to do with travel or whatever. So, I mean, I get it. Now, my question is, the Big Ten's supposed to come back here in about, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
3 weeks.
Okay.
No,
so
4 weeks. A month. They'll be back in a month.
4 weeks from now, the 17th, your birthday.
The 24th.
Oh, they bumped it again?
No, they only said that when I said the 17th, I was hoping it was the 17th. They said it could either be the weekend of the 17th or the following weekend of the 24th. Okay, as long as they got 7 to 8 weeks in before the December 20th.
That way they can make the playoffs.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
So my question is, you got a big name in Notre Dame who is in the ACC. I mean, this year I'm going to consider them an ACC team because
they are this year.
Right. You got that big team pulling out, having to postpone a game due to COVID. Big Ten is watching this. I mean, they have to have that microscope out. Can't remember the commissioner's name of the Big Ten, but he is sitting there.
Warren.
I mean, he's sitting there like this, watching this, and watching if any other team comes out like this. I mean, you had LSU talk last week about his whole team's had it or whatever. And then you got Notre Dame. Then you look at who those teams have played. LSU obviously hadn't played anybody yet. Notre Dame just got done playing South Florida. Duke the week before. You got to watch those teams now.
Oh, well, the only team that they're really concerned about is the UCF team since they just played. The Duke game was quite a bit of days. And they tested positive before and they tested negative before the game and after the game. The concerning part of this one is they tested positive before the game tested negative before the game and then tested positive after the game. So that either meant that the Notre Dame players exposed themselves somehow on campus, but the hindsight of that is they just had a problem on campus 3-4 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So that, and then you can also say that it could be in that the South Florida teams need to be on alert because Florida is a hotbed and they do come from South Florida, which is a hotbed for the coronavirus right now. So there's a couple of implications there, and it's going to affect more teams than just Wake Forest and South Florida. Because I guarantee you the next couple of days, somebody on South Florida is going to come up positive. To go off your point.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, there's going to be positives popping up.
But I would, to go off your comment with Kevin Warren, the commissioner for the Big Ten, I don't think he's paying attention to it at all until it becomes a widespread thing because you've already you've already backtracked on not playing this year because of the pressure that you've received. So unless 4, 5, 6, more than half of the Big Ten teams come down with more than 10 players on a team, then you're not going to have him really pay too much attention to it at all.
All right. Well, we'll agree to disagree, sir.
Mm-hmm. Because no one else is paying attention to it. Big 12's not paying attention to it. Pac-12, the ACC ain't paying attention to it, just the schools. The SEC starts this weekend, and they're not paying attention to it.
Who's playing?
They're following their own protocols.
But who's playing LSU?
LSU's not playing.
Okay.
Or yes, they are.
I was gonna say they should be.
Regardless,
No,
LSU's not playing. I don't have them playing.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. I know if I was in their shoes of the government bodies of any conference right now, I'd be looking at where it's popping up at, what's going on. And if I'm the Big Ten, I still have a month to backpedal again and say, nope, not doing it.
Yeah, unless all of them say it, his word means absolutely nothing. And we figured that out when the kids, the parents, put the pressure on these presidents and these chancellors and these athletic directors. And you see how quick it was, 3 weeks, and they're playing football. So I can guarantee you, unless you got more than half of the Big Ten with positive tests, nothing's going to happen.
Well, all right, well, we're here to watch and see how it plays out for sure. We're not going anywhere, folks. You shouldn't either.
Ridiculous. Let's see. Hey, see, this is funny. You text me this as I was reading this. And I was thinking, I'm like, man, we just had a show last night talking about football news. And we were talking about how Justin Herbert was having such a fabulous debut on immediately short notice. Like you was in the battlefield and the general said, hey, pal, dead, and now you're the general. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how that was. And I said to you, hey, man, there's some funny business going on here. Doesn't seem right. And I still don't think we've gotten to the end of it because it doesn't make sense.
At all. Well, all of a sudden, right before the game, you get your lung punctured by an injection.
From your team doctor. Who should know where they're put. I know there's, mistakes made. Anybody can do a slip of the sloop or the slip. But you mean to tell me that you just on the sideline, whoop-de-woo, let me get this loop. And really, I don't remember his name being on the injury report all week. I don't remember them talking about his ribs being bruised all week. And I've watched Adam Schefter and I've watched Inside NFL on the NFL Network and ESPN. I've seen all the talk. I haven't heard. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Oh, Tyrod Taylor's over here breathing differently. Something's not right. Bruised ribs we didn't know about. Here comes Justin Herbert. He has the best game of his NFL life, which was his first game of his NFL life. Just out here doing things like you had all the reps all week.
It's very interesting.
Just
very interesting. Like you said, it's far from over. I think more is going to come out here in the next couple days and put things in perspective more than what they are right now, because it's really, as far as we go, we don't have the major insight on this, that, and the other or whatever, but I sure as hell haven't heard any more about it other than this is what happened. That's all it said.
Oh, I hope he's signed off to a nice sizable check. Because there's some philanthropy going on around here, buddy.
Definitely something going on. And yeah, it sounds like Madden. Whoopie swoops. You should have heard my Chris Berman impersonation before the show. Whoop! What, man?
Moving on. We can moving on.
Move on.
Moving on. All right, moving on to Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles picked up, and I'm just starting the pot on this one.
I know.
Blake Bortles picked up off the street by the Broncos after starter Locke gets hurt. Don't know how long he's going to be out, and Jeff Driscoll's the backup. And my pot star is why not Cap? Keep picking up these random dudes, but why not Cap? And let me say this before you start.
Oh, I'm not going.
I'm just stirring the pot because I didn't think he was good in the first place. But that's beside the point. But why not Cap? Why can't Cap get a look? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe his game mentality just isn't there to play. Maybe he's not in physical form, especially after seeing the week 2 monstrosity of injuries that occurred in the NFL. Man, if I was Cap at this point right now, I'm like, maybe I don't want to go back in.
Unless I go to the Eagles.
I don't know about that. I got
again, some more.
I gotta back up. Oh, you're stirring it like a mug. That's all right. That's all right.
I've got a cauldron on order from Amazon, buddy. I'm making a potion. You got your potion? I got my potion.
Touche, my friend. Touche.
All right. Let's see. This one's funny. I know we probably talked about it. You've heard it all weekend. Darius Leonard decides that he wants to test his wife's liometer.
Woo! It's a whoopie swoop right there.
He wanted to test his wife's believometer.
Story, and I was like, man, I got to add this to tonight's show. This is funny as hell. Dude gives away his gloves after the game to a lucky fan, and that one lucky fan has got a fat ring sitting in the ring finger of the glove, man. My first question is, why in the hell are you wearing it while you're needing to catch balls on defense if you're thrown to? Because I don't know why I said that.
I'm
gonna stop myself. Whoops, wrong person thinking about revert. What I'm gonna say is, why are you even wearing your wedding ring in the game? Because there's certain things. I will wear my wedding ring all the time, but there is certain things that I'm going to take it off because, for one, you missed last night's show, Mr. Racker.
Dealing with chicken, dealing with pork.
Right, man. I don't want it all over.
Seafood.
Yeah.
Another woman.
Well, I mean, that's why some people do. We're not talking about us, folks.
Yeah, but listen, have you not paid attention to every sport but basketball? That these guys has got these $900,000 chains and everything on still.
That's so stupid.
I'm not surprised my man's got his wedding ring on. Hey, baby, I love you. I got it on.
Hey, baby, I love you. But hold on here. I'm putting this down. I'll even let you hold it, or it'll be right in my locker for when I get out. But I'm not wearing it during the game. I'm sorry. I do not wear my wedding ring. There's one main reason when I don't wear my wedding ring, and that's when I'm working in under the hood of a vehicle, because I do not want to get my hand melted. Yeah, that's not going to feel good. You touch it on a battery with this thing, it's zip. Right.
Unplug the battery.
There you go. See, Tom Racker is on it. Tom Racker is on it. He missed last night's show because he was broadcasting over at CWTV. He asked, y'all going to talk about Deion coaching. I told him he missed last night's show when we talked about that. But look at his comeback. Gotta love him. Good thing he checks back on www.bwsports1.com for all of the happenings. Not sure why they don't take it off unless it measures heart rate. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, bro, they wear them, and sometimes they got it to now where they actually take the ring off and they have the little rubber replacement. You seen those?
Yeah.
So,
I think Sean on yours a rubber ring. I believe Mr. Racker's wedding ring is that soft material, that show when he's wearing, he doesn't have to take it off necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, we race with it on. Both of him and I raced with it on, and we got gloves on underneath it. But I mean, for one, I'm nowhere near giving a fan a glove and them thinking, "Oh my God, it's the world." So,
oh my God,
yeah, I'm not giving that.
The ass.
Permit. I don't know what permit is, but I get you. I got you. Next,
permanent. He got a permanent.
You got permanent.
All right. This one, I don't want to really, but I am, and my opinion I'll give out. Kobe's wife suing LA sheriff over leaked photos of the crash site. Me personally, I don't think that's coming from her. I think that's coming from other people in her ear. You know what I mean? Like, you need to do this, you need to do that. This is how you need to make, like, lawyers and accountants and shit like that. I think she wants to be as far away from this.
That's a mom, though, and you're showing pictures of your husband and your daughter.
I mean, but okay, you have damn near $800 million net worth. I mean, what are you going to get off this sheriff that's going to make a significant change in your life?
Maybe even if she does pursue it, maybe her thought is it's all going to go to a charity. I don't know, but I could see, like I said, man, you know as well as I do, a mother's feeling on her kids and stuff like that is, I mean, we love our kids as dads, but moms, you know, we put them on a pedestal and they put themselves and their feelings and emotions like that with their kids. I'm going to say it's very possible. I can see if she's being influenced somewhat, but I think the first reaction, if it was me and I saw my, my wife and my daughter or my son in a wreck and somebody leaked the pictures out without my permission or something like that, it's morals, man. It's morals, and nobody in the media has them.
And then I'm going after the destruction of your entity or your business. I'm not going after, I mean, then that's what I'm going. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm going to come out and I'm coming out to destroy you.
That's the business.
You know, I'm not trying to come in to sue you.
The sheriff's department is the business.
No, she's suing the sheriff, not the sheriff's department.
Oh, okay. See, I thought it was the department.
No, it's the sheriff. It's the individual guy.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's the one who leaked it out, so you could get him for defamation.
Exactly. You got to go after. I'm going after something that's going to be a significant punch to this person. Yeah. Your money means nothing to me. I'm going after something. I want you to feel the same pain or close to the same pain that I felt when you did that to me in my vulnerable moment. I mean, suing you means absolutely nothing. I feel around stoking that fire. I don't think that's that's her being vindicated.
Did you just get a text? Let's see, folks. Let's see if this theory
no.
Oh, okay. Well, then your fiber line still sucked for like 3.5 seconds there. I thought maybe it was because the text was coming in. I don't know. Maybe you got an email. Maybe that's what
I don't know why you keep saying text. Text has absolutely nothing to do with my Wi-Fi.
Because it did that one time when I texted you.
Yeah, because I was using my hotspot.
I will fight you.
Bring it on, big boy.
I will fight you.
Just bring it.
Oh, you don't know?
Yes, I do. I watch the fights. All right.
Is it time for a little station identification real quick?
How many numbers we have?
Numbers? Oh, like tab, like notes on here? I don't know.
Yeah. All right, we'll do it after
the next one.
After this one.
Okay.
All right. George's a NASCAR team owner.
Woohoo! He's the Damon Thomas of NASCAR, folks.
We had a nice discussion the other day on a post.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
We did.
And I stand by what I stand by.
I was going to say, while he's still sipping on it. NASCAR, yes. Michael Jordan, that is, has teamed up with Denny Hamlin. I can't remember, Sean, if you're still on here, give us the name of the team that they bought. I'm sure they'll talk about it a little bit on Checkers and Records this Sunday at 11. NASCAR, yeah. Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin is the team owners. Bubba Wallace is their driver. Go for it, man. You know, hey, he said that he grew up in North Carolina. North Carolina is a major racing state, especially for NASCAR, especially when he was growing up. I mean, that was the heydays of NASCAR. Or maybe not as he was growing up, but about the same time he was playing in the early 90s. I mean, that was early to mid 90s was the pinnacle of where NASCAR has been in my mind. Leading into 99, 2000, 2001, where it just kind of, ever since Dale, but like I said, I have no qualm or nothing, man. If the guy wants to own a race team, why not? Jermaine Family Racing, there you go. Why not? If he's wanting to put his money there, why not? I mean, NASCAR has been looking for much diversity over several years. They have not done it the best way. I have no clue what the hell the dogs came running in my room for. Maybe the goats just...
They haven't done it because they haven't had an avenue to do it. There is
what do you mean?
Meaning that there is who are their liaisons? Who are they reach out people to? What communities in NASCAR ever go in other than those southern communities to promote or recruit or do anything with NASCAR? I can tell you right now, in my community or any community that I've ever been in outside of a white community, has NASCAR ever put any emphasis on trying to add culture into their very exclusive club? Now, there has been a few drivers. Those drivers have never been good. Those drivers have never really had major sponsors get behind them. The fans definitely don't get behind them, because if they did, he wouldn't go through the issues that he's been going through over the last couple of months of fault of not his own. It was not Bubba Wallace who brought the news to NASCAR or the reporters. He was not the person. It was one of his people in his camp that brought that information out. He didn't want it to come out. They brought it out, but who got crucified in the news for it and by the president of the United States? He did. Who came to his rescue? Not NASCAR, not the fans, the drivers did. They did, but the fans who really run NASCAR, they didn't. They've rebelled against him ever since this whole issue came up. So what better place for him to go is to Michael Jordan Racing. For one, he was already sponsored by Jordan Racing. You saw the insignias and all this stuff. So it was very...
Denny Hamlin was too.
Yeah, so you knew it was going to happen, once he announced it. But, I mean, I don't want to get too passionate about it, but it is, because it is a common thing. If NASCAR wants to get involved or have better diversity within it, Willie T. Ribbs was... But it's been too long. I thought Willie T. Ribbs was IndyCar.
Both.
I mean, but exactly. I mean, we go just like the open wheel. We can go into the neighborhood and ask how many black kids do they know who Willie T. Ribbs is.
I'm still trying to find a pin that knows what open wheel racing is.
Especially if you go outside of the Indianapolis area and Indiana, where you don't see the race as it is here, then you have no clue who these people are. So don't tell me that they've tried to reach out and make it diverse. No, they haven't. They still have a very small black community.
Okay,
they still have a small Hispanic community.
You went out for no reason, because I said they tried very loosely. They tried.
But no, that might have not been for you. That might have been for some other people who, are claiming that, he is or whatever, that he's a whiner or whatever. You know what I mean? No, he's not. You know what I mean? He's a guy who wants to compete in a sport where he gets very little respect.
Hold on. Let me reiterate something. All racers are whiners to an extent. I don't care what the fuck color you are. All racers are whiners to an extent. I've seen it.
All athletes are whiners.
Well, there you go. There you go. I get your point though, because I was on that obviously I was on that thread. I was watching it. I'm Italian. I talk with my hands a lot, so you can't see my face. But yeah, see like this. It is what it is. People's got their own opinions. Give or take half of them. We all got opinions, just like assholes. But no, like I said, I want to make sure that everybody understands. When I said they tried over the past few years, I meant that very loosely, kind of like what I let Damon kind of go off a little bit more onto it because that's his culture and obviously not mine. There is a little difference here. What'd you call it? I'm not. No, what'd you call it a couple weeks ago? You said. I'm not. It's like a good fella. I'm a good fella. I'm a friend of yours. What did you say earlier? You know what I'm saying? What did you say?
I can remember. I felt it.
But you know what I'm talking about now.
Yes.
You used another word. You didn't say associated. You said something else, and I don't remember it.
Affiliated.
I'm affiliated. I can't talk 100% on the facts I can talk about facts, but I can't talk about the feeling of being more than affiliated.
I mean, I can just speak on this, as it comes to anything that people say, a company, a person, an entity, a business, it comes down to this. Actions speak louder than words. You know what I mean? When you're trying to earn trust with your girl, or when you're trying to earn trust with a community, or you're trying to get somebody to buy into something that you're preaching, your actions is going to speak much louder than your words. You say you want NASCAR to be diverse. Let's see it.
Well, we'll see. I think this is a good step.
That's only a good step because Michael Jordan's a freaking billionaire and he's a team owner.
Well, whatever step you can take to make it a positive step, take it.
Hey, you see how quick they wear Brad Daugherty ass out there, didn't you?
Michael Jordan's a little shorter than Brad Daugherty.
All right, so
a lot more money.
He's
got a lot more money. Yes. Speaking of pause for the calls, real quick before we get into the other two commercials, we're going to throw out Driving for Dyslexia again. Go to drivingfordyslexia.org. Sign up to donate, whether it be $1, $5, $10, $100, whatever you can. Go to drivingfordyslexia.org. That's helping the kids. We have Driving for Dyslexia GP this Saturday, September 26th at Whiteland Raceway Park. Sean, Tommy Boy, and myself, the ass, will be running the carts around the track for a good cause. They'll have raffles, 50-50s, silent auction items that if you're any type of race fan, you'll need to go to the site and check it out. Drivingfordyslexia.org. This Saturday's the big race, and I can't wait.
I will be there. Well, I will be there late.
Hey, folks, I know the reason, but imagine that. The black guy's late. And on that note, what's up, folks? It's your boy, the ass from Black and White Sports, and I am looking to buy or sell a home. I know who I'm going to call, and that's Shawn Nugent, a.k.a. BWSPORTS1's Rockstar Realtor. That's right, folks. Shawn Nugent is the man you need to talk to if you're looking for your dream home or looking to just downsize or anything in between when it comes to your new house. Call Shawn, 317-503-8322. That's 317-503-8322. Or email him, shawn.nugent@talktotucker.com. You want to talk to Tucker? Talk to Shawn Nugent, BWSPORTS1's Rockstar Realtor. What is up, everybody? It is your boy, the Ass for Black and White Sports, and let me talk to you about a little banking. First Financial Bank in John Wayne Buzzard. That's right, folks. The official bank of BWSPORTS1 for all of your banking needs, whether it be savings, checking, mortgage loans, small business loans, and everything else under the sun. First Financial Bank in John Wayne Buzzard is where we go. Call that man 317-417-8582. That's 317-417-8582. Or email him at john.buzzard@bankatfirst.com. That's right. First Financial Bank, the official bank of BWSPORTS1. I got him.
Hey, pause for the cause. Listen, I want to know when the last time Jalen Rose, Jason Williams, and Paul Pierce sat behind a desk. I'm watching NBA tip-off. And these dudes, they got this so social distance. These cats is in like elaborate school desks.
I'm surprised they fit underneath it.
They nice size desk. You comfortable, nice old reclining chair. You know what I mean? But it's a desk, bro. It's a school desk. All right, I'm back.
All right.
What we got up?
We have Lord Stanley's Cup. The finals are tied 1-1 between the Lightning and the Stars.
Only thing I can tell you is that this is the first time that we have a Stanley Cup with both the participants are not from a cold city and or one of the original six.
Tampa Bay Lightning's been I mean, they've always been up there for a while. Dallas Stars, I'm going to go against Dallas just because it's Dallas.
And you just didn't have no comment of the facts that the black guy just threw at you about hockey. Flush it, move it on. I'm done with it. Just get no respect. I get no respect.
He's the Rodney Danger. He went from being Brad Doherty to Rodney Dangerfield. I get no respect.
I mean, I throw out the fact that, of the original six, like, wow, he knows about the original six. Well, yeah. And then the fact that there's two cold, non-cold weathers, and Tampa Bay just won like 2 years ago. But no, I still don't get that respect.
And all I said was, meh.
Yeah, that's kind of what my wife did to me when I said, hey, I changed all four sets, rotors, and brakes, all by me. Me did that. She's like, that's one of the easiest things you can do on a car. You know what? Screw all of you.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah, that's what I said. Bryson DeChambeau, the golfinator.
The golfinator.
Mr. I will pump you up wins the 2020 COVID-19 U.S. Open.
Then there you have it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, Mr. DeChambeau gives hope to bad golfers. And you say, how can you say that when the guy just won the U.S. Open at one of the hardest courses on the planet to play at foot, whatever foot, feather foot, toe foot, him foot, camel foot toe. I don't know.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Why that he gives hope to bad golfers. All right.
Tell us, Dave.
You take out the precision of golf and learning how to use your clubs and your angles and your touch and all that shit. This guy just comes up there, puts the ball in the tee and says, I'm hit it real hard, real far that way, and then go from there.
Pretty much. I mean, his long game's on point.
I mean, at least Brooks Koepka knew how to turn the ball and do this. He could fall on his iron play. DeChambeau is like straight
Happy Gilmore the shit.
Yeah, he is driver, 3-wood, hybrid, and putter.
I don't even think he has a 3-wood.
So it's a hybrid, a driver, hybrid, a wedge, and a putter.
Wedge, putter. Done deal. And sometimes he might even putt with a 7 wedge. Backwards.
All right, but anyway, congratulations, Bryson DeChambeau. I mean, the guy put on 30 pounds of chest muscle in COVID break.
Kind of like myself.
No. Oh, wow. All right. So next up, we have D1AD signed Pledge of Diversity hiring pool.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It should matter none. Your gender, your color, your sexuality, whatever else. If you are good enough to have a job coaching a team at whatever level, then you are good enough to be hired. Point blank, period. Dot, exclamation mark.
Well, I completely agree. I mean, the days of affirmative action are over. You know what I mean? All we want is we don't want you to say,
what do you mean?
We have to hire, you know what I'm saying? We don't want you to say, all right, we have 14 schools in our conference. We need to hire at least, you know what I mean, a third of those jobs throughout. You know what I mean? That's all of the head coaches, assistant coaches, things of that nature. We need to hire a third of these as people of color. I don't want to say just black people because, you know, they fit, you know, all other minorities into that category.
Don't hire just to do that.
Right. We don't want to be hired because because you need to fill a quota. All we want is an opportunity to sit at the table. You know what I mean? Give us the opportunity to sit at the table and then let our resume make the choice from there on out.
Yep.
If his resume and his feel and his fit for this team fits better than mine, I'm good with that. Just allow me in the door to give you my opportunity. That's it. Sorry.
All right. There you have it. Next.
All right. So we talked earlier about the SEC beginning back play this Saturday. Okay. So there are some major games that are lined up. I think I went back and checked, and I did not see LSU playing this week. And I didn't really dig too much into it because I didn't see it, and I was kind of making sure I got this done. But I didn't dig too much into it of if they were scheduled to play or was it they're not, you know what I mean, because of the type deal. But they got, 8 ranked games that are 8 ranked teams that are playing from the SEC starting this week. And you have a ranked game where you have 2 teams that are ranked. Let's see, you got number 2 Alabama is going to Mizzou. Number 4 Georgia is going to Arkansas. Number 5 Florida is at Ole Miss. Number 8 Auburn is hosting number 23 Kentucky. Number 10 Texas A&M is hosting Vanderbilt, and number 16 Tennessee is at South Carolina. When's the last time you've seen Tennessee projected to be a good team?
Been a long time, but it's also been a long time coming. Tennessee, I mean, old Rocky Top, man. It's been a long time, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we've been saying it for the past couple of years. I really got a feeling that the chomp in the swamp is going to take the SEC this year.
I disagree.
What's new?
I disagree. I don't think they beat Georgia, and I definitely don't think they beat Alabama.
If I was Georgia right now, going to Arkansas, correct?
Georgia is going to Arkansas.
Trap game. Watch out.
So what? Ole Miss can't be a trap game for Florida?
No. You know, I mean, we've already went over on our segment parts tonight, this evening, whatever I was going to say. If you want to elaborate more, we can fight. I mean, this is
just bring it. Just bring it. I mean, Florida is not ready. They're not ready. I'm just sorry. Georgia is a better built team. They're more ready for the challenge of Alabama, of Auburn. Florida, I think, is still on the outside looking in. They're missing a couple pieces. They're missing defensive play. They're missing the run game, and they're missing a solid guy on the outside that can take the top off. Georgia has every level of that. That's just a step down from Alabama, who is a college team. I mean, a pro team in college like Clemson and OSU are. Florida's not ready.
The dynasty of Alabama is gradually sinking in quicksand.
The dynasty has been gone when they haven't won the national championship or the SEC in the last 3 years.
Well, there you go. The quicksand.
But Nick Saban has his boys back on top this season.
Whoa.
Not of college, but of the SEC.
We'll see.
All right.
Maybe of the West.
I'll holler at you December 20th.
Maybe on the West. Maybe they'll be playing Florida.
You're not getting two SEC teams in.
They're not having championships this year?
Oh, they'll have a championship game, but I'm saying we'll find out who is December 20th.
No, I'm saying in the
college
SEC,
playoff.
I said the Chomp in the Swamp is going to win the SEC. I did not say they were going to win the playoffs, but if they win the SEC, they will be in the playoffs, which I believe.
I said we will find out on December 20th.
Hey, all I'm going to say is you doubted my picks last night on taking Denver in the money line, and you bet your ass paid up.
I was.
Watch Arkansas and Georgia, folks.
All right. Watch Georgia win by 14. Easily.
Next.
This is your lineup, bro. We got UFC fights. Big one.
Yep. All I gotta say is the assassin is not gonna be dethroned by Costa this week. And I'm not taking anything away from Costa. Costa is a hell of a fighter. He's methodically thought of just bronze as far as, you know, he's a big guy. I mean, he's nothing but muscle, like a pit bull type deal, blah, blah, blah. But he does have more than just what everybody thinks is as far as strength. I mean, he does have strategy. However, there's no way I am picking Costa to beat a Sensao.
I'm going with the black guy named. I'm going with the black guy named after a Jewish country.
Israel Assassin. The what do they call him? He's not the African assassin. He's something something assassin. I can't remember. But the assassin is not getting marked this weekend, folks. And you bet
I wasn't going with the other guy anyway.
Like I said, man, I mean,
we got to stick together in these hard times.
Oh, Jesus. He could get caught. I mean, anybody could get caught on the chin and go night-night, and Costa is one that has that power, but he's got that length, man. Assassin's got that length.
And he uses the jab.
And you're going to see that kick. You're not going to see that kick coming until it's too late. Night-night. Or the knee, or the flying knee. The knee can come in from nowhere, out of nowhere either. So, watch out.
Watch out. All right, this was funny. So I'm guessing you forgot who Lil Tink Tink was.
Yeah, help me out, man.
Oscar Pistorius, the South African Olympic with the bent back paper clips.
Gotcha.
That killed his girl when he said he thought somebody broke in the bathroom.
He has a movie.
He has a 30 for 30.
Oh, that's not a movie. That's a 30 for 30.
Well, they said
you
trailer.
You put movie. Damn
well,
it.
He had a movie. A movie came out about the life in 2017. So
what do we
yes,
do
there
now?
was a movie.
First, the black guy's late. Second, the black guy lies. Oh.
Neither one of those made sense.
Yes, it did. You were late earlier.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, you were.
Mm-mm.
Yes, you were. Or no, you were going to be late this Saturday.
Mm-mm.
That's what you said. I'm going to be late.
Yes, because my children come first.
Twice.
So what?
That's besides the point.
Mm-hmm.
That's besides the point.
My linebacker, my defensive end comes first. Oh, he's housing. He's housing.
Your defensive Ezekiel Elliott lookalike.
Could scar him with a Crapo State and a Cal bag.
Folks, he about said it.
All right, MLB wild card begins.
By the way, we're gonna have I know you're really trying to get off of that. I'm gonna have a former Ohio State football player on the show one of these days.
That's good.
I'm sorry. Now what? Matter of fact, it might be the last game of the season that week.
You can have him. You can have him. You can have him, and he'll never get a word in. And he'll never get a word in.
Who, me? No, hell, man. I'll just watch you two go at it.
He won't get a word in. He'll just mute. Every time he talks, he'll be muted. Until he just hangs up. We don't support that type of crap here.
Shittery, right? Speaking of the MLB, the only thing I got to say is the Reds are actually looking like they're going to make the playoffs out of nowhere, folks.
Can you believe it, folks? The Reds, the Cubs, and the Cardinals and the Indians will all be in the playoffs.
Well, the Indians are in the AL.
I didn't say anything about AL or NL.
Yeah, but you were mentioning when you said the Reds.
I was mentioning teams that have traditionally been suckers the last 20 years.
No, you mentioned the first three, and they're in the same division. So that's like, yeah, that's cool. Give two shits less about the damn Indians. They're the wrong team in Ohio, folks. Okay, slanted C, not circled C.
Both of them suck, so it doesn't really matter.
You could say that because you have no baseball team.
Yeah, I just wanted to say
anyway. We got Trevor Bauer. You're a Trevor Bauer fan. You can come over to the Red side.
No, I'm not a fan of any team red.
I'll buy you a blue Reds hat. How about that?
There is no such thing.
Are you sure about that?
Then it's fabricated. It is not licensed by
what about
Major League Beverly.
St. Patty's Day. No, it is. St. Patty's Day, they wear green.
I do not want to be a Reds fan. I don't want to be a Cubs fan. I don't want to be a Cardinals fan. Really, I don't want to be a baseball fan.
Hey, remember that talk, folks, earlier that we had that all athletes are whiners? Former athletes are too.
I know you've been whining all damn show. All right, so here's your projected matchups. For the NL, you got the 8-seeded Brewers, the number 1 seeded Dodgers, 7-seed Reds, 2nd seed Braves. Go Braves. 6th seed Marlins, and the 3rd seed Cubs, 5th seed Cardinals, 4th seed Padres.
That's weird to hear the Marlins being 3rd.
Yeah. No, 6th.
Oh, anyway.
Just in there at all.
In there at all is the
Because we
Marlins.
were just talking 2 years ago. We were just talking about Derek Jeter, and them boys is like,
oh, they were the doo-doo on a stick.
like we didn't know which team was throwing it the worst, the Marlins or the Dolphins.
Yeah, that was sad, man.
Yeah.
What was his
name?
Mr. Hanky? Isn't that what his name? Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo?
Yes.
On South Park.
Howdy ho, kids.
Howdy ho.
That's your best one ever.
I'm the shit when it comes to shit.
All right, so in the AL, you got the Blue Jays versus the Rays. You got the Indians versus the White Sox, who are really hot right now. And you got the Astros, who cheat, going against the A's, and the Yankees, who have caught their bat streak, going against the Twins. I think the Yankees have lucked out and got them in a position where they can sneak through. I don't see anybody beating the Dodgers.
No, I'm going to stick with the Dodgers this year. I picked them last year to win. Dodgers are pretty tough. If anybody could do it, if anybody can even come close, it would probably have to be the Yankees. And I sure as shit do not want to hear about another Yankees World Series.
No.
Just being honest with you.
Just being honest. So we gave y'all some baseball, so y'all can't say we don't treat every sport equally. We gave y'all some hockey and some golf. So you know what? It's time for the NBA Eastern Conference Finals, Game 3, Boston, Miami. Miami up 2-1. We're going to dive deep into it tomorrow.
It's Game 4.
Okay.
You said Game 3.
Yes, I went to
Boston will tie it up. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Straight from the ass, though, I want to give you a little this day in sports history. 1926, the upset of the decade. Gene Tunney beats defending champion Jack Dempsey by 10-round unanimous decision in Philadelphia for the World Heavyweight Boxing title. There you go. 94 years ago. Oh, what did I say? 26.
The city of brotherly love.
94 years ago. Do you have anything from the one thought?
I do.
Cookie.
This is coming in the world of fashion.
Uh-oh.
Gentlemen. When you wear a suit, gentlemen, and you have a button-up shirt, gentlemen, when the suit jacket is on and the shirt is buttoned up, there must be a tie around the collar.
Uh-oh.
If there is no tie being worn, the top button must be unbuttoned.
Yeah.
That is the one thought for today.
There you have it, folks, because that guy right there is the one. This guy right here is the ass. Together, we are Black and White Sports, powered by First Financial Bank. 317-417-8582. Call John today for all your baking essentials. 317-417-8582. And our Rockstar Realtor, there she is. And our Rockstar Realtor himself, Mr. Shawn Nugent, 317-503-8322. Buying or selling a home? Talk to Shawn at Talk to Tucker today. That's 317-503-8322. Damon, what do we tell the world of BW Sports 1?
Well, in between takes and Jazzy Faye getting her hair right just for the angle, we try to keep Indy sporty. And she's gone.